Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. Friday afternoon, and it's been better. Pretty bleak out there. Uh, the bad guys are winning, and it's been going on this way for a little while now. Um, Sometimes the bad guys win, and that's what's happening right now. Uh, there's not much we can do about it. Of the three branches, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial, the judicial is our only hope. And we have seen a couple of instances where they have, where a judge, a person, has paused or blocked some of Trump's illegal activities. We will get no help from the Congress on the Democrat or Republican side, not for another couple of years. So it is all up to the judicial. People file lawsuits. It's great. I'd like to see more of that. We have Trump committing to or trying to commit crimes against humanity, ethnic cleansing, the removal of over 2 million Palestinians from that land with his buddy Netanyahu. That's not going to work. It is illegal, and he can't do that. Of course, Netanyahu's all for that. So Trump goes after the International Criminal Court, who has pursued Netanyahu as well as Putin, two fine, upstanding gents to go along with Trump. So Trump has not only gone after and taken over the United States' Department of Justice, so also going after the International Criminal Court. So these are his targets. The rule of law, not just in the United States, but in the world. This is straight out of a James Bond movie. He is a Bond villain. Actually, Musk is more the Bond villain in this scenario. He's the one with all the money and all the technology, getting access to everything. Musk has a particular sore spot for me because he has personally harmed my financial interests in the past, back when I used to trade stock options with Tesla, with his lies and with being tried to hold him to account. The SEC used to do that. This is a guy who doesn't do anything the right way, and that's what they're trying to turn the United States government into. And I'm sorry to report that it looks like they are succeeding in doing that, and then there's really nothing anyone is able to do about it other than individual judges, federal judges, who can block things. There's not there. It's just run amok. We had Hitler in World War II and before World War II. Eventually the good guys reassert control, no matter how bad the bad guys are or how seemingly invincible they are, how they are overrunning everything, every institution. Back then, Europe is what constrained Hitler, and we were safely over here across the ocean. Now it is right here. And more people, I guess, luckily, are awakening to what this actually means, and what all of us who are screaming from the rooftops to anyone who would listen, that this is what he is trying to do. He's still got a lot of support. He's still got a lot of people that say, yeah, this is what we need to do. I will concede that there is often too much government red tape for anything, for any process, for business regulation, for whatever it is. There's so much to be cut. This is something that Bill Gates discussed. He does not like Donald Trump, but he's not going to speak out against him. He does realize, working with the government himself and being a target of the government himself, that there is room for reform. His estimates were 10 to 15% could be shaved off, maybe. in a measured way, in an intelligent way, in a thought out and planned way. It's not at all what's happening now. Um, Illegal buyouts are being offered to federal employees, and I feel bad for. I think I read 60,000 thus far have taken him up on that, and this is a promise. Now, keep in mind, this is Donald Trump, who is famous for never fulfilling his financial obligations to employees or to contractors or to anyone else, and also Elon Musk, who is the same way. Um, they will try to do illegal things and try to get you to agree to a deal that you might think is a good deal, and then you agree to it, like buying a Tesla back in the day. For years, you would buy a Tesla, and there were no dealerships around, so you were at the mercy of Tesla to somehow figure out a way to get your car fixed, which they wouldn't do. But you had signed an NDA when you bought the car, whether you knew it or not, that you couldn't go online and post about that on social media or raise these concerns to anyone else, because if you did that, that would void your warranty with Tesla. Now, your warranty is all you're trying to get fulfilled at this point. You're just trying to have him fix his car that's riddled with defects and things that don't work as promised. So you're stuck. That's what I feel bad about these 60,000 or so federal employees who have taken him up on the offer to leave, to walk away in exchange for pay through September, even though you're not working. And they do twist your arm. They do strong arm tactics. And I've gone through some training at work, some mandatory online training at this company I had been contracting at, and it's just textbook illegal tactics what the government is doing to these employers. They're imposing a strict deadline to put you in a hurry. They are threatening you. You're not allowed to threaten people. These are things you're not allowed to do. And of course, that's what Musk and Trump are doing to our federal employees. They are scaring them and threatening them. And at the end of the day, there is no guarantee that these people are actually going to get paid. They are voluntarily signing up to resign their jobs. And when they resign their jobs, guess what? Are these people going to get paid? Or are they going to stop payment? Like, if they're just cutting all of these government agencies and services and actual going into the treasury system and stopping bills from being paid, if they're talking about doing, or if they have done that for something like Medicare or Medicaid, you think they're going to pay employees who don't work there anymore? You think they're going to give them their 6 or 7 months pay that they're owed? There's no way they're ever going to see that money. All they will have done is agreed to resign their job, which will be enforced, but they'll never see 7 months of pay for not working. It's insane. It's exactly what they're trying to root out. So that was put on hold, that order, that deal. I don't know. It's just, long story short, the bad guys are winning. If you want to get on social media, that's fine. Just find some positive stuff. Whatever you're watching, you are going to feel that way, whether it's good or bad. You are a human being. You have empathy. Why even a little baby who doesn't know anything and someone smiles at him, it smiles. Someone frowns at him or looks angry, it looks angry or scared. It's humanity. It's what we're programmed to do. It's what all of these social media companies have programmed their content to do, or to be surfaced, the content that is effective at doing that. So whatever you are watching is going to elicit that emotion and that reaction within you. I saw this firsthand with trading our once-in-a-lifetime player Luka Doncic to the Lakers. And I was in New York City for 4 days when this happened, from Friday through Monday. And people back home in Dallas were and are despondent. They can't believe it. They're devastated. They're wrecked. And I was away from that. And I just wasn't on any social media. I'm looking at texts. That's really the only news I'm getting for a few days. And I get back, and after a day or two, I go on to Instagram Reels and I'm looking through some things, and there's some clips of Luka in the great days here in Dallas. And for those of you who don't know, he's just a transcendent basketball talent. He's 25 years old. He's been playing for Dallas for 7 years now. He came over here 18-year-old, and he's just all joy, all skill, all talent. Everybody, it's just the stuff he does. No one else can do. No one else has ever done. And our GM gave him away for not enough in real, like, it's just not enough. So, and we don't have him anymore, and everyone's very upset about this. Um, but I found myself I didn't really care about it in New York for a few days. I mean, I just like, okay, that happens. Sorry. But then I get here and I'm watching Instagram Reels and I'm seeing these clips and they're in slow motion and he's smiling and he's happy and everybody loves him, and I'm finding myself being very sad about losing him. And I was very aware of that effect. Like, when I wasn't looking at it, I didn't. It didn't make me sad. Like, I can be aware of it without being sad. But when you're watching these, you're immersing yourself in these emotions in social media of other people, or someone crying, reading the news, or if you went out to look at some Trumper or something being jubilant about the destruction of the government, and you're a Trumper, you're probably real happy, and this person's making you even happier because they're so happy. It's just contagious, just as much as this flu strain that's going around. So take care of yourselves, but the bad guys are winning, and it's going to continue this way for a while. I hope all of us can, or many of us can I don't know, just keep our heads above water. The trick is to stay aware without getting sucked into the emotional black hole that it will bring you into if you allow it to. So I know some of you come here to this channel looking for level-headedness or looking for optimism. I'm always going to be level-headed. I don't have any optimism right now. But all we have is history, and no matter how dark it gets or how long that darkness lasts for, the good guys do eventually come through, and hopefully that will be sooner than later. I wouldn't look for it from your Democratic Congress people. I would look for it from judges. That's kind of our only shot, I think. So that's all I got for today. Hope all is well for everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.